Distraction training plans for object, people, and animals. Be flexible. Remember that despite your best planning, no plan will occur exactly as it is laid out on paper. You, your dog, and the distraction or environment will demand that changes be made on the fly. Subsequent posts are training plans. Think of them as frameworks if it helps you to be flexible to get you started. Please adapt or modify them for your own dog's needs. They can be used for basic beginning training or training problem areas or anything in between. Each stage may take one training session or many, depending on you, your dog, his previous training, and experience with similar situations, the object, animal, or people involved, and the environment where the training occurs. Don't forget, you will be clicking or marking and rewarding for calm behavior or focus on you at each little step. Your dog's perspective. When training a dog for distractions, you need to think from your dog's perspective. Dogs learn about the world using predominantly their senses of smell, hearing, and sight. So these senses are what will capture their attention. Which sense is predominant is usually determined by the breed. So for example, sight hounds are usually triggered by the sight of things moving quickly. Scent hounds are triggered by interesting smells, while more reactive dogs, like terriers, tend to be more sensitive to sounds. You may need to spend more time on your dog's preferred sense than the others, but you want to make sure to work on all three separately, then together. Be creative. Ask others for ideas if you run into a challenge for your dog. Work on only one aspect of a distraction at a time. Break down each distraction into its simplest parts and work each one separately. Once success has been achieved with each one, then you can start combining components. This is what is known as raising the criteria or splitting the behavior. Set the scene. Also remember that if you are calm, your dog will be too. Take a helper to help setting up the training equipment or environment, provide moral support for you, or to distract direct members of the public as required. Give them clear guidance on exactly what you want them to do. Stand up straight. Avoid eye contact with dog. Explain to public what you are doing when they reach a specific spot, and so on. Thanking them afterwards or taking them out for a coffee goes a long way to having them help you again. Think positive reinforcement for humans. Remember to reward. At each step of the training, start by click and rewarding the desired behaviors. And don't forget to jackpot reward, a handful of 8 to 10 treats delivered one at a time. Your dog when she does something new or is a breakthrough for her. This keeps her interest and also motivates her to focus on you, not the distraction. How fast will my dog progress? How quickly your dog progresses through each step depends on her previous socialization to the objects, people, animals, environment. That is why it's so important to socialize them during the critical week of 7 to 16 weeks. Current level of training teamwork, motivation for reward, general resilience to new things and places, and overall confidence level, among other things. What is a threshold? A threshold is the level at which your dog can no longer stay calm or focused on you with that object, person, animal, or environment. She will show a few signs of stress, either positive or negative, such as taking treats harder than usual, but can still eat, ears forward and listening to the object, eyes open wide and looking at the object, but can still be directed by a cue or a sound that you make. She should also be able to complete a task such as sit, down, stand, and nose targeting your hand. You want to start with your dog under threshold and keep her there as she learns to deal with the distractions. Going above threshold causes the training process to take longer.